Feisty chess time. We've got black against Mr. B10 at leechess.org. Rated close to our rating. Let's see if he goes E4, D4, or something else. E4 it is. I want to play E5. Let's play E5. My favorite. Okay. I've been playing a lot of bird's defense here against this in blitz. So knight takes D4 is really the only move. My idea is I'm going to follow up with C6 and probably D5. And a lot of these lines, most of these lines actually, black accepts two doubled pawns in the center. D3, huh? Oh. Okay, well I'll just get D5 in for free here. Usually with bishop C4, it's take, and then the bishop has to move again. And I end up with two isolated pawns in the center, but they're a lot stronger than they seem. Okay, now I got a powerful queen right here. Watch out for bishop B3 though. Okay, I'm gonna plug that D file as quick as I can. With bishop B3, I got queen to D2. I've got my share of the center here. I'm looking at castling queenside. Okay. Bishop C5 seems to be the sensible move here. Can recapture with the bishop, and if he wants to bring his knight out, I can decide whether to retreat my queen or just keep my strong bishop on D4. I'll probably keep it. But I'm not giving him a turn to develop. You know, there's an old saying, to take is a mistake. Let's see, if I drop back, he's got bishop B2. Then do I need to actually do something about this? I might play this as a gambit. I'm going to go back to bishop D6 now that he's played B4. That pawn is hanging, and I'm looking at his king side, and it's looking pretty good. C4 would just allow me to keep that pawn. Yeah. So maybe it's just time to threaten mate. He's got F4 with tempo, huh? I think wherever I go, he's got F4 with tempo. Where do I want to land is the question. Actually, I've got the one square, don't I? I don't have any choices. So yeah, E4 it is. E5. And now F4. And once again, I have... Well, I have this square. Yeah. If H6, I like the look of H4. We're getting kind of wild here. He can play bishop B2. But I think I get quite an initiative after I do castle on the queen side. Well, he can play bishop b2, but then I grab on b4. I'm not sure who's coming out of that better. Queen there, huh? Interesting choice. Big decisions here. I could just play something like knight f6. What's he planning with queen f3? I'm not quite sure. Could just castle long. That gets me a way to protect d4. I could take on b7. Oh, sorry, b5. b4 right now. That does just look like a free pawn. I mean, if he tries bishop b2, I just got bishop c5 holding that pawn. If I ever drop back queen f6 to protect, then my bishop gets hit. Castling queenside right now, he gets c5 in for free, and he's coming with c4, and doesn't look very good. Okay, I like the look of bishop takes here. Oh, wait a minute, he's got a threat on b2, doesn't he? On c6. Well, I lose a rook if I take. So that was the point of queen f3. Wow, how... Okay, king f8 it is. We're going to get this h-pawn rolling anyway. We'll activate our rook that way. We're down a piece here, though. We've got b7 at his mercy. But no need for, I guess, those kind of shenanigans. Stick our queen over on the edge. This prevents him from developing his knight anywhere for the time being. That's not a threat. So we're going to develop like this. Maybe bishop g4 possibilities. Okay, now he's making the threat. And now he doesn't have knight d2, thanks to my queen, or knight c3. So we've got a little bit of compensation here. Oh. Actually, we're kind of equal. I think I just start rolling with my h-pawn, and how does he make progress other than grabbing this pawn, which doesn't seem to do him a whole lot of good? Actually, rook to b8 can preserve that pawn because he can't take, and then I've got queen here, and I'm skewering a couple things. Maybe I'll give myself a passer and grab the bishop pair here. Okay, after queen f2, I'll go knight takes. If queen goes to g3, I'll just push h5. All right, I like my position here. Yeah, h5, and unless he goes h4, I'm just coming with h4 myself. And he doesn't have bishop takes b7 anymore. And if he goes h4, I can just think about grabbing that guy. Okay, let's make a little more free progress on the queen here. Let's go ahead and push. Let's just open stuff up. Okay. Black tries to keep it closed. Where's my rook want to go? Maybe he just wants to guard b7 here. I would do that with my queen, but I really like that keeps the knight shut down out of d2. There's also queen b6, or queen b4. No, queen b4, bishop a3. Let's just unpin that pawn, go with the rook. Can I not just take this? Knight b5. Queen c2 looks pretty powerful. I've always got a bailout option with this, giving the pawn back. Queen g2 and getting the queens off the board. So first we hit the bishop. Yeah, this bishop on c5 is doing a lot of work here. Guarding d6, guarding a7, guarding d4. All right, not guarding it well enough. Now I can bring my knight into f2, but does that get me anywhere? Yes, it does. Sorry, not f2. Knight g4 might just win here. The queen can't take because I've got queen g2 mate. Oh, wait. Wait, my queen is being hit by that knight. Let's keep the queen on the second rank. hit that knight, and then keep our eye on this move, knight g4. Queen f2 might be white's best move here, defusing everything like that. I'll have to trade queens. But then I like my ending because I've got the outside pass pawn. Okay, so he's got his knight in a threatening position, but he doesn't have any mate threats. So what does he do about this? He can't take because of mate, and now the knight covers f2. I'm threatening mate on h2, so he has to do something. That's the immediate threat. He's got to play rook here and then give up the exchange, as far as I can tell. And I might just take with the queen, as long as I'm going down the exchange. Keeps it simpler. Oh no, rook f2. I take on h1, that's better. a1, sorry. That just wins a rook. And then I go back to the second rank after rook f1, and he's got to do the same thing over again without a rook. What does he do here? He has to give up a queen. Queen f2 might be his best move here. Okay, I was glad I found that knight g4 threat. Oh, he found a move. Right. Okay. How did I miss that move? Knight e3 is off limits. Ooh. If I hit this knight, okay, I like this. I'm hitting the knight, and now I've got queen d4, and I can keep my queen on this diagonal. So if a rook hits my queen, which is likely, probably rook f to... Yeah, rook f to b1 maybe, and then queen just goes like f6, and he's losing his knight. Yeah, he's losing his knight because he can't save the knight and guard d4. Yeah, queen f6 is good. So yeah, queen f6, and I noticed I have knight guarding the queen here too, which is key. So yeah, back to f6, and we're still eyeing this critical d4 square. The knight's the only thing guarding it, and the knight now has to move. I should admit that I just played a game prior to this, and the recording didn't work out so well because of interruptions. And I lost in a bird defense as well. But this is a much better selling point game for the bird's defense. He has rook takes g2. Sorry, rook takes b7. Then I just take, and after queen takes, I grab the knight. And I still got his king in a mating net, and my king has shelter now than on g7. He'll get both of those pawns, but my knight is just so powerful on g4 near his king. He might get both my queenside pawns, but I'll just have an extra knight. Yeah, it's not over. I would definitely keep playing with rook takes b7 here. Actually, rook takes b7. Can I just take the knight immediately? Because I am threatening mate there. And if he takes my rook with check, he has time to clear his king out of queen out of h1. I'm looking at this. Rook takes, pawn takes. Rook take check, king here. Now he doesn't have rook takes rook, because he has to deal with this. Problem is he's got rook d8. Then I got queen takes. No, he doesn't have rook d8. He needs to guard d4. He can't do that with his f rook. All right, let's clear the arrows. Let me just look at this. This will be a cool line. Take the knight on f5. Rook takes. Yeah, I don't see. He's got to clear his queen out to get around the mate threat, right? This is critical. I need to take my time here. Okay. Take, king g7, threat is queen d4, that's not a strong enough threat because he can play his queen out here to defend my rook, to defend his rook and give his queen that space he needs. Okay. Now taking, he gets his queen out and then I take the knight. Yeah. Threats on d4 still persist. I might be wrong about that, but I've just got to take the safe option here. Yeah, I want to take with the pawn, anchoring in my knight and keeping this threat of queen d4 alive. He's got queen takes pawn now. But I just got to believe in the power of that knight and the checkmating threats I'm able to muster here. For instance, after king g7, say takes king g7 and then something like rook here, and he wants to play rook e7, I can just play... No, can I? I don't think so. All right, we may have a tighter game than I'd realized here. But yeah, long term, how does he get his king to safety? He just can't. I don't have to play anything wild. I've just got powerful initiative. And I might be able to simplify, like maybe rook d8. So queen takes a7, king g7, rook e8, rook e1, rook d8. And then at the very least I can get this check in, simplifying the game. Okay. Yeah, king g7. Keep the time crunch on white here. Oh, he wants to trade queens. Okay. Where's my rook want to go? Yeah, probably to take that open file. Yeah, let's trade queens. I don't mind. I will go rook e2 after queen trades. I don't see a way for white to stop me coming in the second rank and then just piling up on h2. Probably getting a check in on g2 first. My king's getting closer to the pawns. If he doesn't trade, I will. So Okay, quality game there. I'm happy with that. I've got a tournament coming up, over the board tournament coming up this weekend. So I am playing extra chess to prepare for it. It's been a long time. It's been like 2 years since I've been to a tournament thanks to the lockdowns. Huh, computer likes queen f3 here. Anyway, bishop c4 is actually the most accurate move here. Since so a book tells me by Sokolov. D3 is kind of passive. Go for D5 immediately. Ooh, that's no good. Bishop C5 is better, huh? That's the thing. What about... Here's the lines I'm concerned about. With if I'm playing the bird, I should know this. But now knight F6. That's not anything to be concerned about. Like, this... Yeah, this is obviously... I was afraid of ghosts here, but this is a very common pattern I should have known. The queen is no good here. It's getting chased around. Rook G6 even. Not even taking here, but just chasing the queen more. Queen's got to go back to D2. F4 is not even good. Oh, I've got Queen A5. Wait. Oh, okay, now that the queen... Yeah, the other bird game I played, I'm a little confused here. The other bird game I played did have, like, queen to H4. But after C6, thanks to this pawn here, I've got threats to win a piece. For instance, if the bishop goes back to A4, this doesn't work. Because the bishop can now be... This move defends the bishop and blocks the check from A5. But after the queen moves, this is why bishop c5 is better. Kind of tempts. See, if the queen's going to move, we're gonna pick that bishop up with the check. The bishop usually wants to go on c5 in these variations. So yeah, knight f6. The queen's got to go back home, or g5, huh? What's it doing on G5. Oh, it's hitting my bishop. Anyway, this is fine for black, is the bottom line. So yeah, bishop c5 is fine. Even if my bishop's not guarding G4, I can get my knight out with tempo, and if the queen wants to take that pawn, I'm more than happy to get my rook in the game. Okay. Oh, it didn't like that move. Bishop d6 is better. Yeah, bishop b3. Didn't like c6. Okay, bishop d6. Yeah, it likes this. Queen f5. Don't let him get f4 in with tempo. Ooh yeah, bishop takes c6. It likes black here. I mean it likes white. Bishop d7. And that allows the rook. Oh no, the rook can't come here with a check for the moment. So bishop d7 actually kind of forces a few things and lets me protect d7 with my queen at the end of the capturing lines. King f8 it really didn't like. Queen a5, okay. f5. He was trying to solve his problems on the queen side. Now that's back to equal. Bishop g4, yep. Rook e8. Rook e8 looks good. I wanted to keep chasing this queen. Yeah, that h-pawn ended up being pretty key. Queen takes f3, h3, yeah, g3, okay. Now it likes black. Rook e8. Yeah, that's probably better. He can't afford to be taking taking on b2 because I got rook e2. Sorry, he can't. Rook e8. Don't worry about these pawns. And then I've got this rook. Right? But then he's got a skewer. But I got my knight. I can drop back with my knight. If in the case of queen a8 check. So I can actually look at this instead of putting arrows, a bunch of arrows on the board. Let's say we go rook e8. And then the first thing I'd look at is this. Knight g4. Okay. Just saying we'll give up the pawn for this awesome knight as compensation. Maybe we can lift this rook to the third and get it going here. Ooh, that threatens a skewer. What about this? I just never can resist putting my rooks on the 7th. Queen c8 check. Knight e8, queen takes c5. Look at that simplification technique. Rook g2. Queen e7. Well, rook does look pretty awesome there. But that's a crazy line. Not as good as just getting that knight to g5, g4, kind of like in the game. And then, yeah, we don't have to worry about any checks. Bishop has to go to... Okay. So what if he wants to try to develop his knight right away? Or maybe bishop here. Bad news. He can't take with the knight. Wait, he can. He can't take with either, apparently. Why not? Knight. Queen d2. He's watching. Oh, that's too many mate threats, just like in the game. So what about the rook? Why can't he take with the rook? Now queen doesn't have d2. Queen has e1. What? Threat is queen e3, and he can't take because of the back rank mate. Oh, that's beautiful. Queen f3 to stop queen e3. Queen e2. Okay, threatening that mate. Queen takes. Rook takes. And it's end of the line. Rook b3. Just to try to go for this skewer. But I've got some checks. I can keep him in that corner here, and then I just go king e7, or even just g. Well, probably king e7 trades off less stuff. Yeah. I'm up a pawn? No, pawns are equal. Material's equal. But black is just crushing positionally here. He can't ever challenge this because this is just a mate. Actually, yeah, king e2 makes a big threat of that. There's no stopping that, is there? I'm going to win the exchange next, so... Okay. Back to the game. Yeah, rook e1, e8 here would be good. I play a little more conservatively, lost some advantage for it. Still wants rook e8. I went ahead and grabbed the pawn. Now white has a draw. This is my idea of getting my queen to the second rank. Queen d2. Well, I wanted to attack the knight. Yeah. Yeah, and here's where I found knight g4. Happy I found that. Move of the game right there. Queen has to come back. Hitting the knight. Yep, queen f6. I can go g takes f5. Okay, that's even better. Let's look at it. Queen d5 is the line given, in which case I just won a tempo. But here's the critical line, obviously. King g7. Queen d5, but that doesn't protect the rook. I was looking at queen a1. Now queen d4, let's find the mate. I'm gonna shut this off. King h1. Huh, I don't see like a smothered mate idea here. And I don't have any checks on the long diagonal because of these pawns. Alright, you can pause the video if you want to find it. King h1, rook takes b8, queen takes b8, knight f2 check, king g1, knight takes d3 check. Then I will have checks on the long diagonal. Because I can windmill that because, yeah, let's just click through this. Rook takes b8, queen takes b8, knight check. And actually white has no checks. If he takes, I just recapture. You know, we've each only got a queen, but he doesn't have any checks. My queen guards his only real check. And if he tries to cover the first rank to guard against a queen back rank mate, I just got this mate. So, yeah. It's an amazing finish. I went for a slightly less amazing finish under time pressure. Grabbed that first. Now win the knight. Takes on a7, king g7. Queen a1. Yep. Oh, mate in 13 if we just take on a1. Wow. I just went rook here. Queen takes, king takes. Yeah. I mean, white ran out of time here, but if queen takes, king takes, rook b1, and we're coming in the second rank. He can throw a spite check in here, but I just hide on g7. It says mate in a few. Rook b8. Wow, how is this mating so soon? Knights and rooks are just amazing, but it probably involves a promotion. Rook f2 check. Oh, sure. Okay, the idea with the rook is he's going to get king e1 and then king g7. So no, there's no rook coming to the h-file. So we're just going to promote and mate him. There we go. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. I enjoyed this game. Hope you learned a little bit about the bird defense, a obscure but practically effective weapon against the Ruy Lopez. Stay feisty.